Today I will present to you a rarity, something you don't see too much on the channel, and that is chess. And not just any chess game. Perhaps the best chess game I have ever played. I played this game on the 3rd of November, and it's been almost a month. It's time to finally show it to you. I got to play a chess game against GothamChess, against Anna Kramling and her two grandmaster parents, Pia Kramling and Juan Manuel Bellon Lopez. The reason this game took place at all is because Anna and Gotham were hosting an IRL chess event. They invited fans to buy tickets and come watch Guess the ELO live, as well as get to play a simul against them. Now, the way a chess simul works is that you have a bunch of chess tables around in an area. I'll show you a picture here. Here's where I'm sitting at my board. You can see everyone is preparing for their games on their board. The pros will go around, make a move, and then go to the next board, make a move. And they were playing 60 chess games at once, divided by 4 people. And in between, while they're walking around, you get time to think of your move. When they arrive at your board, you have to play a move. The vibe in the room's a little tense. Now, for me, it was tense too, because I thought I was just playing a game. But this board is different from the ones on the other side. This is a DGT board. The moves I played would be broadcast on this big TV in the room. That made it a lot more stressful. Okay, so that's the setting. Now you guys know how I'm feeling. The games begin and the pros diverge around the room. And the first person to reach my board and make a move is Pia. Pia only plays d4. Pretty much, only plays d4. So I'm sitting here with the black pieces ready for d4, and Pia drops c4 on me. I have never played against such an explosive opening. I could play c5 and then this becomes like a Sicilian thing, but I don't know how that works. So I played something else. I instead played d5. Thinking that, okay, whoever comes up here is gonna play into like some Queen's Gambit decline stuff. This is a famous chess opening, but no. They take the pawn. I think it was Anna who played this move. Well, now there's only one thing to do. It's to capture with it, and you have some type of Scandinavian thing. And here's what happened. I'm a complete beginner to this. So I make my move and think, yeah, I'm gonna write it down, and when they come here, they'll see what move I made. Juan, who is 74, runs across the room after he sees me make this move and goes, no, 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 no. Apparently I have made the worst thing you can do in a simultaneous game, which is to play a move too early. You are not supposed to play a move until they stand by your table, right? So I have to wait until they arrive and then play my move. And so he just puts back the pieces like, no, wait. And so I had to wait, right? I was just excited to make this move. And so when he's there, I play my move, and then he plays this knight move to kick my queen away. And so I again have quite a lot of time to think until the next person is there and make my move. And after 4 minutes, I get to play my queen back when the next person arrives. And I think it was Levy who just pushes the pawn into the middle. We have played 4 moves, and I have done absolutely nothing except get rid of 1 pawn. So here I'm like, okay, it's time to get pieces out. I can see this bishop becoming quite... I need to castle at some point, so I wanted to get the bishop out, so I play this move. Okay, they play their knight out, standard developing stuff. I play my knight out. Don't know where I want the bishop yet, makes sense. The bishop pins my knight, and here sort of a queue started forming. So you can imagine they're walking around the board. Some people play faster than others. Eventually there's like 3 grandmasters after each other, and you have to make moves quickly. I saw that queue coming up, so I just played a waiting move. I played this move. They moved their bishop back, keeping the diagonal. I play this move, and then Levy played this move. Just opening for the bishop and, you know, getting ready to castle and all that stuff. Chess in the early game is very much just like, make efficient moves. Don't waste time. This move is questionable because you're thinking you might want to get your knight to that square. I saw a future where I could have my knight here and have a knight over here and try to trade off the bishop. Because my goal going into this game was to survive for 20 moves. If I make it 20 moves against the pros, I'll be very happy. I just didn't want to lose first, and I'm playing quite solid, so now I go through with my plan. We can trade here, we can trade here, plenty of good stuff can happen for me. Apparently the engine hates it. I'm already down like a pawn in terms of actual process. Pia, instead of trading with me, just moves her bishop back, but I do successfully set myself up for 1 trade, and then I start thinking, do I actually want that? Is that what I want? Am I gonna fall behind if I do this and they get this, and then they have the queen here and the rook here? Is this gonna be scary? I didn't know. I just played a knight out. They castle, I have my king safety. They ask my knight where it's going. I say, okay, I'm gonna take. and then we get this open rook file that I was a bit scared about, because now maybe this bishop has to play like babysitter on the pawn. This move I am very proud of. This is the top move recommended by the endgame. And here I thought, well, if I let them have either this pawn chain or this, I'm gonna get suffocated. I need space. It's time to open. So I play this move. Very proud. This is a good move. Anna complimented me a lot on this move. You can see like this bishop is becoming stronger right now. It's a very strong bishop. My rook is basically just sitting in the corner doing nothing, but it is what it is. I finally got to trade another pawn. They have a very strong pawn center. In chess, you want to control these squares. That makes sense. They're playing well. They're grandmasters and IMs and WFMs, like, of course. But now my knight opens up. We're getting some pressure on this pawn. We have a good square for that. And what I was thinking is that if someone's gonna, like, a rook can't really dislodge this knight. Like, this knight is gonna get to stand there for quite a while, I thought. But no. A4, I believe, played by Anna after this, saying, yeah, I'm protecting this pawn now, and I'm going to kick away your knight. And it is by far the best move that they could play. So Anna played a stellar move there. I attack it thinking that, and develop, thinking that if I have to jump away, I could maybe jump here afterwards with the protection of the bishop. Now here was again this queuing thing where many grandmasters was coming at a time. I did not have time to calculate what if I go here, if it gets trapped or not. The endgame is saying rook f to c1, not allowing the knight to ever go here, for example, and the knight is kind of just stuck there. So I think I made the correct call by going back. I went back, I played safely, I played sound, and now I'm thinking, well, this knight has to go somewhere, so I do get it up here. Just, you know, enforcing a couple places. Their knight is in the center, and by this point, guys, we were so close to making it to move 20. I'm just still playing safe. Let's trade some rooks, I'm thinking. Queen attacks my pawn. It's still holding on. The knight is protecting it. But if they get a rook behind it, it's not going to be protected. I trade a piece of rooks, and now I basically have one move to make a decision here. You could think about taking here. Then I believe you're in deep trouble after rook here, attacking both bishops that are unprotected. I don't think you can do this because of knight takes d7. Oh, you just hung a bishop. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, I didn't actually walk into this. I thought it's too good to be true. No such thing as a free lunch. I first played this move, attacking the rook, thinking that they still can't get to the square, and if they block with something like the pawn, then I can attack the bishop and force a trade there. As you'll see, Pia was the one who played this move, and it frightened me. When you think you have a plan and someone plays right into it, you should be scared. I was scared. Reason is that if I go here now, I think it's pretty bad for me. Don't remember why. Yeah, it's the fact that I can't trade back. I saw this actually. It's the fact that I can't trade back because I hang the bishop again. So after seeing this, I was like, oh, I just wasted a tempo. Now I have to go back. And look at how much more developed they are, guys. Like, I'm a sitting duck, just everything in the back of the board. And they're coming in with the pawns, with the pieces. Like, I am quickly getting overwhelmed here. Bishop redirects to the other side now that this diagonal is kind of closed and I have control over the h4 square. Makes sense. I get my bishop out, kind of just inviting, like, are you going to push the pawn? And a bit of duress and a bit of stress. And Juan just chops my bishop, essentially winning a pawn. You take here, you win a pawn. I kind of overlooked that. And at this point, I felt like, yeah, we're going to drown in this game a bit. But here, Anna walked up to the board, a bit flustered, I think, because it's around here we're doing, it's a little bit earlier. One of my only photos from this game, guys, is asking superstar Anna Kramling for a picture. So this was the chess position a little bit ago. And this guy thought I was taking a picture of him. I just noticed. The guy in the background is posing. But yeah, my bishop gets forced back. Bishop gets chopped off here. They could win a pawn and activate. But keep in mind, they're walking around 60 tables and making moves quickly. And so, if you look at the time usage here, like, they just walk up, use their move. I spend like 7 minutes, they use their move. A6 was played now, and I get to protect my pawn again and not lose it on the spot. And then pushing right here. I believe it was Levy that made this move, and he said, this position is so boring that next time I'm coming around here, I'm skipping your board. He just didn't want to play on my chessboard because he thought it was so boring, this position. It's so dry. They had like queen sacrifices elsewhere. It's a very boring position, and I am playing super boring chess here. I just didn't want to lose, right? So he plays this like, yeah, I'm out. You guys finish the game. Instead of taking or anything, I thought, let me get my knight more active, threatening a bit here. I have 2 attackers on this. And I'm kind of holding everything down. And now the position is equal again. It gets chopped, but we're trading more pieces, which I'm happy to do. Look, I'm trading everything. And then I protect my pawn here with the rook. And I realize, like, I actually have a pretty good position. Against all these GMs, I actually have a pretty good position right now. And now I'm seeing that, okay, well, do I take with the pawn or the queen? I thought about this for a long time. I thought I should take with the pawn to have some pawn presence in the center against these two. Preserve the defense and later play rook up here was my plan. So that was what I went with. The engine doesn't like it, but cool. And now I started thinking, how do they actually defend this pawn? I'm gonna strain them a bit. They instead go on the offense and attack this pawn. And I'm like, well, actually, it's not so bad for me to trade. Because yes, you take, but now I have this check. And okay, your king is getting a little bit exposed. King to h2 is played. And I see I have this sneaky check. Well, first I threaten the pawn. Needs to be addressed, they push it. It's a huge blunder. Why? Because in the previous position, I had queen to c7 check. After which, it is very hard to stop checkmate from happening. It is really hard. You can block like this, but now you have queen to c1. This is something I didn't spot in the game. And essentially, because this pawn is here, you have like a check here that threatens mate in 2. So for example, if white is not careful, you can play this check followed by this check in checkmate. So that is the reason, but I did not spot this. Okay, but I knew my position was pretty good. So we trade, and I play check here. And now, you know, it says draw. What happened earlier on here is that I'm overhearing a conversation at another table pretty close by. And Levy says that the guy at this table over here says, bro, Levy, it's been a pleasure. I'm late for work. I gotta go. Can we take a draw? And Levy says, sure, man, it's a pretty drawn position. Let's take a draw. So when Levy then walks around the tables, comes around to my corner, I say, yo, Levy, you won't believe this. Sounds crazy, but I really gotta go to work as well. And he's like, nah, bro, you gotta keep playing. Like, your position's good. And I'm like, bro, but I'm gonna lose the endgame. And so he walks away. And here's a little bit of backstory. Anna would never take a draw against me. She finds it terrible if I get a draw against her. Pia would also never, because Pia loves playing chess. Juan has never offered or accepted a draw in this kind of spot in 30 years. Because he sees draw as not a chance to gain half a point, but a chance to lose half a point if he could play on and win. He doesn't offer draws. So I knew the only weak link is Levy. And I almost felt like a dog begging for food. You kind of know who the weak link in the family is, who the most sway you have over is. And so I knew it was Levy. So the next time Levy comes around, I'll say, look, Levy, my position's improved now. And it was in the spot right over here. And I go, Levy, let's take a draw. I'm up a pawn in the endgame. And to my surprise, he reaches out his hand. He reaches out his hand, and I have never shook a hand faster. The game is drawn. Guys, I am 1200 elochess.com. Levy is like 2700, Anna 2300, and her parents are 2400 FIDE rating. I got away with an absolute steal and a handshake deal quickly. And is this the same guy? Who is this? And why is he photobombing all my pictures from this event? That's the same guy. But the funny thing, the very funny thing, guys, is that we're sitting here and Juan comes around to my table again. He comes to my table and he says, what has happened? And I go, it's a draw. And he goes, draw? No draw, no draw. But it was already too late, Juan. I was able to snatch a draw. Snatch half a point from the jaws of victory. I actually think I have, if you're a good player, have pretty good chances of winning here. Because I think this pawn I am going to win eventually, or push this one. But I could not. It's a draw, guys. I was able to draw this game. It's the best chess game I've ever played. Very boring chess, it needs to be said. Sometimes boring chess gets the stuff done, you know? And maybe I can log in real quick and see what the accuracy was. It would be fun to see. Apparently, we had 81% accuracy. 80% accuracy is kind of insane. I don't play that accurately for... And you know, I was trying to survive 20 moves. This is like 40 moves. And it looks like they're crushing, but I was able to survive. So very fun, very fun. And that is the best chess game I've ever played. It's gonna take a while to get a similar result, but I consider it a win. Even though it's a draw, I consider it a win. Getting to play on a D2T board with people watching against some of the top chess content creators like Anna and Levy, and also, you know, impressing her parents. Not a bad look at all. Although maybe Juan would have wanted to keep playing. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed a little bit unorthodox virtual video, but that's the story of the best chess game I've ever played, and I hope you enjoyed learning about it. If you want to see more chess content, you should check out Anna's channel. She posts a bunch, and we'll see. Maybe we can do a chess battle against her community sometime. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.